Hi there, everybody. I hope you are having a nice Good Friday. Just wanted to send you this message uh, just to say Happy Good Friday. There's a lot that we could study from Jesus' Friday when he was on the cross. There's numerous things that we could look at, but the thing that has really stuck with me as I've been reading this week is this verse from Luke, chapter 22. It says, as Jesus is praying in the Garden of Gethsemane, it says a number of people come out to him and they're coming to arrest him. And Jesus said to the chief priests, the captains of the temple, and the elders who had come to him, "Have you come out as against a robber with swords and clubs? When I was with you daily in the temple, you did not try and seize me. But this is your hour and the power of darkness." Now, the thing is that when we look at this, and when we see, just as we read further in this section and in the other Gospels, is just how dark this dark was, right? They took Jesus. The next, just even less than 12 hours probably, he's subjected to 6 trials. He goes to a couple of Jewish trials. He goes to a couple of trials before officials in Rome. And as he's going through each of them, he's treated shamefully. He's treated shamefully. The Jewish guards blindfold him and smack him in the face, saying, "Prophesy. Tell us who hit you," right? He goes to the guards in the trial before Pilate, and they smack him, right? They put a crown of thorns on his head. They hit him with a reed. And as all of that is going on, they even did things like put a robe on him, right? And mocked him. They flogged him, right? And you just see through all of it just the incredible level of darkness, right? It's just disgusting. And even as he's put on the cross, even the criminals next to him mock him, right? And you just see how great that darkness is. And I just think of the verse in John 3:16, right? For God so loved the world that he gave his only begotten Son, that whoever believes in him should not perish, but have everlasting life. For God did not send his Son into the world to condemn the world, but that the world through him might be saved. He who believes in him is not condemned, but he who does not believe is condemned already, because he has not believed in the name of the only begotten Son of God. And check this out. And this is the condemnation, that the light has come into the world, and men loved darkness rather than light, because their deeds were evil. Men loved darkness rather than the light. And here we see just the power of darkness, the way that Jesus was treated, right? The mocking, the scourging, the putting on the cross, and just even people walking by. If you're the Son of God, take yourself down from that cross, right? It's disgusting. But I want you to understand that what man intended for evil, God intended for good, right? It says in Isaiah 53, "Yet it pleased the Lord to bruise him. He has put him to grief. When you make his soul an offering for seed, he shall see his seed. He shall prolong his days, and the pleasure of the Lord shall prosper in his hand. He shall see the labor of his soul and be satisfied. By his knowledge, my righteous servant shall justify many, for he shall bear their iniquities. Therefore I will divide him a portion with the great, and he shall divide the spoil with the strong, because he poured out his soul unto death. He was numbered with the transgressors, and he bore the sin of many, and he made intercession for the transgressors." This is what Christ did for us, right? He bore our sin. He interceded for us. He took the punishment that we deserved. Now I want you to see that that is God himself doing that on our behalf. That is what makes Christ's death on this day our Good Friday. That's my message for you tonight. Hope you're doing well.